going to go live with Flipper.
And the skipper. And his little buddy.
He slaps all the time.
Look, when the little buddy was being annoying, he needed to be slapped. You know, that's the only way you're really going to teach him a lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome aboard. You've just stepped into Damn It, Jim, the podcast. My name is Dana Smith, and I used to say I was happy to be your host on this, but I'm not so sure now. And with me, as always, the other person is not so sure about his feelings towards Starfleet Academy. My good friend, Dan Calzaretta. Good afternoon, Dan.
So, Dana, even before we get started, you're telling me that you got something in your eye that just popped open. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, a sty. And they always tell you don't pop it open. And I wasn't trying to. It came to a head, and I was cleaning it, and it popped.
Dana, no, stop it. Stop. That's gross.
It wasn't like, giant pus shooting everywhere or anything like that. It was just a little bit.
So you got a carbuncle in the eye, Dana. That's what you're telling me, a carbuncle.
What is a carbuncle?
Well, hold on. I'm emailing Damn It Jim the University, the medical school. Dana, we got a great university,
Especially the med students. Yeah. They spend a lot of time with the cadavers. Yeah, but
we got a world-class aquarium, right? All kinds of fish and dolphins, lots of dolphins, Dana. And the medical school is really good. So I emailed them. A carbuncle is a painful, deep-seated bacterial skin infection. Now get this, Dana, causing a cluster of interconnected boils.
Ouch.
That drain pus through multiple openings.
Wow.
Could be on the neck, the back. Could even be, Dana, I hate to say this, on the ass, Dana. On the ass. So, Dana, do you need to go visit Damn It Jim the University, the medical school? Because it seems like this could be an issue. This doesn't sound good to me.
Yeah, I've seen my eye doctor, and they gave me drops. And then today, it's created some kind of like debris in my eye, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's because you watched this episode, and that's the debris.
Well, it started during this episode.
Now, Dana, when you went to your eye doctor, did they put on a latex glove and ask you to bend over? Because if they did, you're going to the wrong doctor, Dana.
How are you doing, Dan?
Dan, I'm doing great. So I got to tell you, I love to cook. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get this magazine called Cooks Illustrated, and in this month's issue, they had a recipe for a Guinness cake.
Wow.
So I thought, I'm going to make this cake. So I made it last night. Holy crap, Dana.
Did it taste like Guinness?
Kind of, yeah.
I didn't tell you, but I bought a 15-pack, I think it was, of the St. Patty's Day special. And it's Guinness, Harp, and Smithwick's.
Wait, 15? So you got 5 of each? See, I can do that math when it comes to beer. I have not seen those.
Yeah, it was actually at Costco.
We don't have a Costco here. There's one an hour away, but I'm not a member. They won't let me in. In fact, they won't even let me get a membership. They look at me and they're like, we don't want you in our club. That's great. So you're going to have some fun with that 15-pack over the next day or two, probably.
I was seriously thinking about breaking into it this morning while I was watching the latest Starfleet Academy episode.
Maybe you should pour some in your eye. Maybe that would help.
I've got some Irish whiskey. Maybe I should have been drinking that.
Or put that in one of those little eye cups that you use to rinse your eyes and put that in there. It would kill the sty, don't you think?
Kill something. Yeah. Maybe my vision.
Now, do you think you could get drunk by ingesting alcohol through an orifice other than the mouth?
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away called Colorado Springs, our friend Bob had a party at his house.
Okay.
Neighbor came over and some other people came over. We had, a good 30, 40 people there at least. He had put a bottle of vodka in the freezer. During the party, somebody said, you get drunk faster if you do eye drops of vodka right into your eye because it goes right through the optic nerve, right to your brain.
First off, there's so many things right or wrong with that sentence. I'm not sure what. But people had to be really drunk to try to do this, I would assume.
This was early in the night.
Oh, boy. Okay. Did anyone do it?
A bunch of people did.
Okay, so are any of them, 1, still alive, or 2, can they still see out of whatever, or both eyes that they put the drops in?
I mean, I've lost contact with a lot of those people.
Well, that's because they're dead, Dana. So once again, I had to reach out to Damn It Jim, the university. It is actually a thing called vodka eyeballing. They see patients, they come in with this, Dana. Anyway, they say don't do it, is what they say. It's really dumb, and it can seriously hurt your eye. Well, Dana, speaking of stupid, should we get to some listener comments?
So, Dan, what listener comments do we have this week?
Dana, our friend Aaron Freund emailed. He said, "That's it. I'm done. This is a show about a group of freshmen struggling to deal with their mommy and daddy issues during their first semester away from home. Even the bad guy has no other motivation than he is just mad at Betty Barefoot." Wow. Man, Aaron is pissed off, Dana. He's pissed. I think he's not going to ever watch it again.
Oh, if I could only be him. Yeah.
Then we also heard from Robert from Nevada. He says, "Guys, I'm closing out my Paramount account. After March 3rd, I'm out. However, I will continue to listen to your podcast. If you give a thumbs up, I just might rejoin." Via YouTube, Ed Darlow says, "Best episode ever. Thanks, damn it, Jim. Worst episode ever. No thanks, Starfleet Academy." Wow, Dana, there was no love lost for this series so far from our listeners. And then finally, Dana, we heard from Scott Sutherland. He sent us a fast food story. Remember last week we asked people to send in those stories? Here's what he has to say. "In the 90s, I worked at a Frankfurter located in Seattle's University District. It was a perfect second job for a 22-year-old because hardly anyone ever came in, and their sausages were actually quite tasty. One Saturday, I opened the place with a heroic mezcal hangover and no sleep. My coworker called to let me know that he had quit and wouldn't be coming in. This left me to deal with the onslaught of Husky football fans seeking weenies and Heineken before the big game. Long story short, I had to repeatedly bend down while slinging sausage to hurl into the floor trough. Each time I did this, it elicited cheers from the mob instead of derision. That was the most tips I ever made in a shift. Just thought you'd appreciate a fast food horror story from the other side of the counter."
Oh, that is awesome. Not the hurling, but I can appreciate the whole story.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Dana, that's all I have for this week. How about you?
One person, Tree Song, said the most important question about the episode Cozine. The most important question is surely whether or not the term cozine was inspired by the word cosine.
Well, we talked about that last week.
Yeah. Diane Fox, who I don't think has reached out to us before, said, "I didn't like this episode of Starfleet Academy. The one before was great." Maybe she is watching them out of order or something.
Wait, which was the one that was actually pretty good?
It was 2 ago now.
Dan, I'm going to start doing vodka shots in my eyeballs. That's what I'm going to start doing.
Yeah, maybe they'll make the show watchable.
What about snorting vodka? That'd probably be bad too, right?
I would sure think so, yeah.
Okay, I got to ask the question, Dana. I just have to ask this question. What if you did a vodka enema?
I have heard stories.
Oh, God, no. Was it from this party that you were at?
No, of alcoholics
Yeah.
who hide the fact that they're alcoholics by giving themselves alcohol enemas. They say it gives them a clean, fresh feeling you just don't get from regular enemas, I guess.
Or from regular drinking. Again, I reached out to Damn It Jim, the University, the medical school, and they said the term for a vodka enema is called butt chugging.
Do you have to stand on your head? It's like...
They also say, don't do it. This is also bad for you.
Wow, shocking.
Yeah, well, the university says don't do it. It doesn't even get you drunk faster. In fact, it can lead to alcohol poisoning more quickly, maybe even before you get drunk. So don't do it is what they said. No butt chugging. No butt chugging, no vodka eyeballing. Both of those things, bad.
The ears, the nose, it's all off limits.
Everything. Don't do it.
So Joey Corson said, after watching this episode, I didn't know whether to eat Taco Bell or wind my watch. Thank you for that, Joey. That's funny.
That's very, very good.
And thanks for making great content out of this pile of Taco Bell. One last comment from Facebook. Jason Lowry said he just saw the Starfleet Academy episode where Sam got drunk. He says, I have to admit, I would not have watched it if I had not listened to you all's review first. Thanks. Keep it up. Your loyal fan, Jason.
Now, Dana, I have a question for you about Sam getting drunk. Do you think she was butt chugging, Dana?
Well, they did it through programming and depend on where her CPU was. Yeah. So. This episode is called The Life of the Stars. Shall we dive in?
No. So, Dana, here are your options, okay? I'm going to give you 3 options. You have to choose one.
Okay.
1, you have to watch the entire series of Starfleet Academy after you've already watched it one time. So we're done in a couple weeks. You have to watch it all again. That's 1. Second option, you have to butt chug a 5th of Southern Comfort. Or 3, you got to do vodka eyeballing for a week. Which of those are you going to choose, Dana?
Wow. I screw up my vision. I screw up, I give myself alcohol poisoning. Either way, yeah, I think I'd take the alcohol poisoning or screw up my vision. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we had to talk about this one. Let's just dive in.
Let's make this quick and painless. So we start off with the doctor.
But hold on a second, Dana. I want to already interrupt you. Okay. Sorry. At the beginning, before they even start the show, it'll have like a warning if there's going to be whatever.
Yeah, sex, drugs, violence, cigarette smoking.
Right. This one said, warning, coarse language. And what I want to know, Dana, is how did they predict I was going to be yelling, what the fuck is this, over and over again at the television? How did they know this, Dana?
Because the people that produced it watched it, and they were probably saying the same thing.
And in fact, between takes, the actors are like, what the fuck is this? See, Dana, I'm trying to do my best to take us off track so much that we don't have to talk about this episode at all, but I guess that's not going to work.
So we start off with the doctor's log, where he's staring out at the cosmos. He's talking about being alone, and then he talks about Terima coming back. Aki and the doctor greet her, and they're just stupid in their comments, going way overboard to explain her situation so the viewer, who the writers must think are idiots, can understand why she's now part of the academy instead of the war college.
Well, we are idiots, Dana.
Because we're watching the stupid fucking show.
Exactly right, Dana. That's my point.
So next we go to a training simulation. And as the cadets are working on the bridge, Occam, Terima's brother, he's panicking, about ready to crap his pants. Caleb is yelling at Occam. Worf Jr. is struggling to make adjustments. I was hoping this was a real attack or a real problem and they would all die, but there was no such luck. Then there's flames on the view screen and the simulation stops, and on the view screen we see the words, all crew lost.
Yay, Dana, yay.
I was like, yes. And then it said simulation complete. I was like, no.
Crap.
So then we go to the classroom. Terima comes in and Caleb tries to catch her eye, but she doesn't look at him. She's all kind of weird. Then we get introduced to Lieutenant Sylvia Tilly.
Well, hold on. Before you get there, didn't it seem like that glowing thing in her neck was bigger this time?
Yeah, they said they gave her a new one.
A new one. Okay. So she is back to just 9 holes then, not 10. Yeah. There's some people out there. Let's see, 9 holes. Okay, eyes, nostrils. You got to count 2 for the nostrils. That's 2.
Just like a par 3 golf course. Yeah.
Caleb wants to be the driver, but
easy to get to each hole.
Look, Dana, this is no worse than the episode. Come on.
We are making this episode better. So you never watched Discovery.
No, I never did. No.
Tilly was a character from Discovery.
But this bringing back characters, Dana, it's not going to save a show that's not good. They could bring fucking William Shatner on here and it wouldn't save it.
They brought her here because this show doesn't have enough annoying characters. She's there to teach the kids about the theater. And so naturally, Sam is all excited about it.
Sure. Yeah.
And all the other kids are like rolling their eyes and like, oh, what do we got to do this for?
Right.
So then we see Sam and Tarima have a moment of bonding in their room because Tarima is now bunking with Sam and Genesis. And then we see Sam is glitching again.
Oh, yeah, that was good because I had high hopes, Dana, that she was going to just glitch out.
And it seems to cause her discomfort.
Caused me discomfort. Not that part, but this like the totality of it, Dana.
Yeah, I gotcha. So then we go to Aki's quarters. Tilly comes in. Jet Reno is there. They have a drink.
Do you think they were butt chugging, Dana? I just want to know if in the future, did they find a safe way to butt chug? That just sounds really bad, like a super bad idea.
Yeah, doesn't it? I mean, because it's got the word butt in it and chug. What could be good from those two things?
I mean, you've been to parties where people are saying chug, 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 chug. It'd be harder to be saying butt chug, but it just doesn't flow quite right, Dana.
Oh, I'm sure it flows after a point, but
it's a different kind of flowing.
Yeah.
I bet 90% of people who are younger but need adult diapers have been butt chugging, Dana. I'm pretty sure that would be the case.
I wonder if, you got polyps and stuff, because we go for colonoscopies. If chugging alcohol that way would help, alleviate your polyps.
Maybe it causes them. They pop them and it's just like a Jello shot comes out. I mean, God. We should get hey, here's what we do. Since the show, is kind of full of shit anyway, why don't we get a proctologist to join us, Dana, and talk about the dangers or the benefits, potentially, of butt chugging?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know any? Well, your eye doctor apparently is a proctologist.
So they explain why Tilly's there, and Aki says the kids need trauma counseling without knowing they're getting trauma counseling.
I don't know if tricking someone into counseling is like, one, a good idea, and B, I'm not sure it would work. I'm not a therapist, Dana. Just throw that out there.
So next we see Caleb trying to talk to Tarima. Of course, it's unsuccessful. And here's part of the drinking game, Dan. Not the butt chugging game, but the regular Damn It Jim Starfleet Academy drinking game.
Okay.
Is anytime Caleb and Tarima talk,
you got to take like another shot, an extra shot.
So next we see Jaden doing a performance of a Klingon play, and he's sneezing and coughing, and he's sick, so she sends him out of the room.
Oh, Dana, hold on a second. Hold on. I thought that was going to play a role in this episode. No, it's like, why would he sneezing, like you said? And he's like, yeah, I don't feel. Now, how would it be?
I don't feel good.
I butt chugged too much last night. Blood wine. Well, it was regular wine before I did it, and then it became blood wine.
Or hemorrhoid wine.
Well, then he's also talking about a Klingon play about testicles or something.
Oh, yeah, they're like quad testicles.
So, Dana, we've talked in the past. See, this is why we know they listen to us. We've talked and alluded to the fact that Klingons might have, multiple, what would you call them? Rhythm sticks. Let's call them rhythm sticks.
Yeah.
So they'd have to have quad testicles.
But I thought he was talking about killing a monster.
Yeah, he was. He was talking about killing his monster. And then...
So that's a different way of saying bopping your baloney or, slapping the skipper or something?
I've never heard that one before. Is it a reference to like Gilligan's Island? Hey, little buddy, I'm going to slap my skipper. What?
My brother said that to me like years ago. He lived in Florida, so I figured it was a real nautical term.
Okay, so Dana, here's okay. Not that I want to veer out of this episode, but in the last 2 weeks, I've learned 2 new terms from you. Okay, one was he doesn't know whether to shit or wind his watch. Right? Was that it?
Yeah.
And the other is slapping the skipper. I mean, I'm learning so much, Dana. We got to keep going with this series because I just keep learning these things. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, learning's good, Next party you're at, you're going to impress your friends.
I'm gonna butt chug and slap the skipper.
And then you won't know whether to shit or wind your watch.
Well, if you're butt chugging, you might not be shitting, or that's all you might be doing. I mean, it's one or the other. There's no in between there, I got the feeling. Okay, we've gone for almost 42 minutes, and we've talked about the first 6 minutes of the show or something. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's power through this thing.
So Tilly sends Jada into his room. Said you had too much screen time last week. So then Sam gets up and talks about the play Our Town by Thornton Wilder. Have you ever seen that play or read that play?
Dana, I love it. I love that play. When it's done well, I think it's one of the best American plays ever written. There's no butt chugging just to, in the play. So if anyone's expecting that, it's not that kind of play, Dana.
Sam gets up and she's trying to get the play going, and then she glitches really badly and falls down. It looks like she's being shocked. She was glitching off right there in front of everyone.
Glitching off, Dana, it's okay, but it's kind of like slapping the skipper. You probably don't want to do that in public.
Yeah, I've heard of people like Pee Wee Herman who tried doing that and got in trouble. So
poor guy, man. I mean, he's just going out for a night in the theater, and probably there are other people doing the same thing.
But just because he was famous, yeah.
Right. I'm slapping the skipper. Now I'm gonna butt chug.
Come on, boys and girls, butt chug with me. Oh, that's so wrong.
He was actually a good guy. I mean, so this theater thing, whatever, but the guy, he was actually a very good guy,
Yeah. So later in sickbay, the doctor asks what the glitches are like. Aki comes and says, "You're not a machine."
Yes, she is.
She's a hologram, which is basically a machine projection, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
They decide to take her to Kask, the planet of photonics. So then Tarima is assigned to play the character Emily in Our Town. Emily's going to marry George, who is Caleb. No one in the class cares about the play. Durham is groaning at everything. Tilly says Sam cared, and then asks everyone about the scene. And suddenly they're all experts on the story. And so in a way, I thought that was pretty ingenious that the writers knew the play well enough to actually do that.
Yeah, Dana, they Googled it. That's all they did. Or they had the Cliff Notes. You remember Cliff Notes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got through college in Cliff Notes.
So then we learn about Kask. Time passes faster there. The makers moved to Kask once the organics who made them died out. So she starts glitching more, so they shut her down. We go back to Caleb's quarters, and he gets a message from Tarima, and next we see him go to see her. Looks like she's been drinking. I don't know, Dan, she might have been butt chugging because she was pretty loaded.
She was loaded. She was loaded, Dana. She had been butt chugging. She had been vodka eyeballing, shots. I think we just invented something, Dana. We just need to open a bar. We would make a bajillion dollars.
At this point, I really wish I was drinking. But if I had known about butt chugging earlier, I might have tried it. And she's obviously drunk, and she talks about her new neural inhibitor. They do all this talking.
A lot.
And then they have a moment where he covers her face with his hand because that's what she asks him. And then she's biting his finger.
I thought she was going to bite the finger off. I was really hoping.
And she's getting ready to jump his bones. She pushes him back on the floor and he stops. And it's because she's drunk.
That's the right thing to do. Absolutely right thing to do.
Yeah. So she gets upset and she calls herself the Monster Girl. I was fighting back, throwing up like I had been drinking all night.
This whole thing, except for him saying no because she was drunk, which was good. The rest of it was just horrible, Dana. Horrible.
Yeah. So on the shuttle to Kask, The doctor talks about the play Our Town. He has insights on the play. They reach Cask. They get inside, and there's light flecks like falling all around them. I thought it was confetti.
Okay, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay, remember the Cahonians?
Yeah.
They can't eat bananas, and they throw up. And then when they throw up, it's glitter. Do you think if a Cahonian butt chugged and then farted, they would fart glitter? Oh, glitter!
Sam cries as the makers try to identify the malfunction. The malfunction is with the writers, I was thinking. And if the makers could just see their way to killing off the writers, we'd be in much better situation. So
yeah, exactly.
And Aki asks if Sam is dying, and then Sam disappears. And I had just highest hopes. The makers say that they cannot fix Sam.
Sam, I am. We cannot fix her. But if you want, slap your skipper. Doesn't quite work, but as much as I could come up with, Dana. See what the show has done to me, Dana? See what it's done to me?
They said the damage is beyond repair. What took us 2 centuries to build, you killed in 209 days.
Well, and the same could be said about Starfleet Academy, because the Star Trek franchise has been killed in 209 days, or however long this freaking series has been on.
Says we know all we need to know, and this ends now. Series acclamation mill terminate. Her eyes roll back in her head, and apparently she's dead.
Well, I was just hoping they would say series terminate.
Yeah, hopefully Paramount Plus learns those words.
In that order, with nothing in between those two.
Yeah. So the doctor and Aki are stupefied as Sam shuts down. We go back to the stupid ship, and Tarima is packing while other kids talk about Tarima and Sam, more teen angst.
Wait, is Tarima... I forgot this part. Is she leaving?
Yeah, she had a bag. She's like, I'm out of here.
Great. Go. Save your career.
So Occam, whatever you say his name, says Sam picked the play as a way to show how to present themselves in many ways. And then they all start doing the play. In Cask, and I wish it was a cask of whiskey, the doctor explains to dead Sam why he couldn't hold her hand when she requested.
And earlier she said, please hold my hand.
Yeah, I forgot to put that in because I didn't care.
He said, only if you promise to slap the skipper.
Yeah, I got something else you can hold for a little bit if you don't mind. So.
Dana, they're machines. It's okay for us to talk about them in this way.
Just machinery. He says long time ago, he made holograms, a whole family, and there was a child, a little girl.
Wait a second. I did not understand any of this. Does this come out of Voyager or something, or is it just made up for this?
After Voyager, he wasn't on a series for a while, so he had to do something. So he made his own hologram family.
And then he ended up on this series, and he's like, what did I do wrong? So he makes his hologram family.
Yeah.
But something happens and the daughter dies? I'm just going to cut to the chase here. How does that happen, Dana? I don't understand.
Isn't that like The Sims?
But that's a simulation. He created a hologram family. You think he'd be programming the simulation? It didn't make any sense, really. Where's his wife? Where's the wife that he apparently had, Dana? Where's she?
But yeah, he says he lost his daughter and he couldn't take the risk of feeling that loss again.
See, once again, here's what they're doing, Dana. Here's what the writers are doing. What is like one of the most emotional things, or the way to pull on viewers' heartstrings?
Death of a child, yeah.
Exactly. We don't learn why the child died. We don't learn how the child died. We just see the child smiling and then the child's dead. It was cheap, Dana, and it didn't work.
Aki calls to the makers because the makers didn't develop Sam correctly. They didn't give her a pass. They just created her from like point A. So she couldn't handle the trauma because she had nothing to look back on that taught her how to handle it.
Actually, it seems like if you had no past, it would be easier.
So Aki suggests they give her a childhood, but more than that, she needs something else. Dan, were you able to guess what this something else was?
A skipper? In her life?
I was thinking a dolphin, but every young girl needs a dolphin.
And every young boy needs a blowhole. So, it just works itself out. Just to kind of recap, because I'm lost. She's dead. Sam on the table. Aki is asking the makers to somehow fix her, like bring her back and do it by giving her a pass so she can handle the trauma. Which seems like if she's already dead, how would giving her a pass like help out? I don't understand.
Aki looks at the doctor and says, she needs a parent. I thought she said a parrot. So it's like, now we're bringing another animal into this episode. Sammy slapping the skipper.
Butt chugging. Butt chugging. Put on some fucking shoes. Put on some fucking shoes. Oh, God. Okay, we're almost done. I think we're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done. So the doctor says, no, he can't do it. He says the only thing that will allow him to bear his infinity is not having to love anyone. And she says, love anyone again.
Meaning he loved his child in the past, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The doctor agrees to be her parent and asks the makers to save her. They agree, of course, because the space-time thing with the makers is 17 years on Cask will only be like a week or two to them. So next we see a baby and the doctor parenting it, and he's making like baby, stupid baby faces. Then we see her growing. Then we see Sam come back to the group. She hugs everyone. The doctor watches like a happy parent.
Oh, God.
Didn't I just say like last week that these people are more like parents than they are teachers?
Yeah, absolutely you did.
Aki ends with, life is a heartbreaking, gorgeous blip in the universe. Time is both forever and achingly finite. But what a shame it would be to not live every moment. And Dan, that's how this episode ends. Another after-school special about being you and finding your place in the universe. So Dan, let's jump to our pros and cons of this episode. I'm sure you've got a lot of pros, so why don't you get us started?
Actually, Dana, I do have 3. The biggest pro of those 3 is that we're one more episode closer to the end of the season, hopefully the entire series. 2, the doctor. I mean, I think he is the star of this series, Dana. And then finally, the use of the Our Town narration to show Sam growing up. I thought that was pretty powerful. But again, it was because it was our town, not because it was Starfleet Academy, Dana. How about some pros for you?
I kind of like the concept of Cask and how they presented it. We weren't seeing normal beings and stuff that were talking to them. And I liked that Sam died. Even though I knew she wouldn't stay dead.
Yeah.
I liked that they created that drama. And then I like the use of Our Town. It's great that people are aware of that play. What about cons, Dan?
The continual teen drama. I mean, you mentioned it. We mention it every freaking week, Dana. How about some cons for you?
As I mentioned week in, week out, all the teen angst is killing me, Dan. This is another feel-good, kumbaya teen shit that has nothing to do with Star Trek, but seems to have a whole lot to do with Barney. I actually want to see an episode where the big fucking purple dinosaur shows up and then turns into a real dinosaur and eats the fucking cast.
While you're singing, I love you, you love me.
Finally, so much sharing personal feelings and emotions. It's going to make me puke, Dan. And I can't afford to puke. Dan, tell me what you hope for.
I hope that Paramount goes out of business before the series ends, Dana. How about you? What do you hope for?
What I hope for, Dan, is fucking space exploration. Is that too much to ask for from a show called Star Trek? I mean, something that deals with adults about making adult decisions and get away from quote unquote parenting of the children and be teachers. So far, Tig Notaro's character is the only one who's trying to teach and not parent the children. Dan, tell me, what do you worry about?
I worry that Paramount will not go out of business before the series ends. And Dana, that no one will want to see the play Our Town because it's been in this episode. How about you? What do you worry about?
Same as ever. This is not going to change. The show isn't for us, Dan. It's for prepubescent kids who need a message that life has its ups and downs, but there will be someone there to guide you through that. That's a bunch of bullshit. This is the end of the Star Trek universe as far as I can see. That's what I really worry about. They're killing it as sure as if they threw a half-frozen koi into a blender. Okay, Dan, do you want to share your final thoughts?
Dana, drama, poetry, art, It all has the power to move us and make us human, to help us probe the depths of our existence, to make us more than we are and all that we are. Our town does that for me. In the play, Emily says, do human beings ever realize life while they live it? Every minute? And I do think about that a lot, Dana. We go through each day like we're on autopilot, not taking time to notice even the smallest of the gifts that life has for us. Being here, being alive, it is all a precious thing, and it's really short. And we have to appreciate life and those we love because soon it's going to all be gone. Franz Kafka said the meaning of life is that it ends. So think about that, and then think about the beauty and joy that you have. So what does this have to do with Starfleet Academy? Well, it will end too, Dana, and I will then find joy. How about final thoughts for you?
As I mentioned earlier, Dan, I've not read Our Town since I was in college, but I thought they did a good job of bringing up some points about what the play is really about and how they used it to tie into the characters of the show. I was actually fairly impressed by how they blended the play concepts into the characters' issues. Having said that, I must repeat once again, this is not Star Trek. Just because Aki and the Doctor took Sam to Cask and traveled out in a shuttlecraft doesn't make it Star Trek. At this point, Dan, I'm really concerned about the last 2 episodes and whether or not I can continue to watch this without becoming an alcoholic. You know that they're going to end the series on a cliffhanger. So episode 10, I'm telling you right now, is going to be something about Caleb's mom, and they're going to bring back Nutgrabber or whatever his name is. It's going to be, action and stuff to leave you with a cliffhanger, and I won't care. And that's really sad. We can only hope they're working on another show that is far, far better than this.
Well, Dana, I read today that they just wrapped up filming of season 2 of Starfleet Academy. Dana, once again, watching the episode is really like the low point in my week. But doing this podcast is kind of the high point in my week. So what that tells me is I got to get like a better life or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, I had a great time talking about this, Dana. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for getting together with me, Dan, to talk about this and suffering through it with me. It's always good to share the pain. And for all our listeners out there who write in and or call, thank you. Thanks again for listening in. We hope you enjoy the show. In the meantime, live long and prosper.
Thanks once again for listening to Damn It Jim, the podcast. We'd love to hear from you. Please send us an email at dammitjimpodcast@gmail.com or join the discussion on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You can also reach us at the Damn It Jim hotline at 509-676-6298. This podcast was produced by Dan Calzaretta and Dana Smith for Ramble Jar Productions. Editing by Dan Calzaretta. If you would like to be a Damn It Jim sponsor, please send us an email at dammitjimpodcast@gmail.com. Have a great rest of your week, and remember to live long and prosper.